a place on Beacon between 54th and Jefferson. A restaurant called the Purple Peacock. The food's good and the prices make you think it's even better. I like the place. My name's Hammer. If you got something to talk about and we get along, you can call me Mike.
Hi, Mike.
How's business?
Haven't started thinking about retiring yet.
When you do, buy yourself a couple of yachts, huh?
Thanks. I'll name the first one after you.
How's Father Crump?
Fine. He's been asking about you.
Give my regards, huh?
Sure.
Jimmy, the guy who runs the Purple Peacock, is a product of the Prohibition days. He caters to everything from small-time hoods to big-league politicians, and he knows them all. You might run into anyone in Jimmy's place, but as far as the management's concerned, a customer is just a customer. Unless he gets out of line or insults the chef. The chef is Jimmy's brother.
Been busy?
Couldn't afford you if I wasn't. How you doing?
Pretty good. Till Harry Lund came in.
Lund. Thought he was taking all his meals in a safe.
Oh, I guess he thinks the 2 feds with him are enough protection.
FBI?
Yeah, but I'm not impressed. You don't think Muse is going to lay off because Lund's got himself a couple of federal watchdogs. Oh, I'm glad he's out of here.
Yeah, he makes me itch. Case comes up tomorrow, doesn't it?
Yeah. I can't understand Muse. I thought he'd make a try for Lund long before this.
Well, while you're figuring that out, I think I'll have myself a steak.
Hey.
That's it.
Keep them back. Get back, everybody. Please, get back.
Get a doctor! Somebody hurry!
Roger Poe, the nice little newsboy, was dead, and so was Harry Lund. One of the federal agents was doubled over with a handful of deer load somewhere in his insides, and Lund's woman was yelling her lungs out about the new dimple on her knee. It wasn't tough to guess who was behind the shooting, but you'd have a tough time proving it. Lund had been a witness for the state, due to take the stand the next day and give testimony against his ex-boss, Carl Muse. Muse was a king-size hoodlum with more influence than Billy Sunday at a temperance meeting. He eliminated the opposition, and there wouldn't be enough tears for Lund to make the back of a stamp sticky. But Roger Poe, the newsboy, was something else again.
Poor little kid. He was just selling Lund a paper. Tough.
Yeah, he was saving up to buy a couple of yachts.
I'm just as sorry about it as you are.
Then do something about it. March that slob in here and nail him up against the wall.
On what charge?
Murder!
How could I make it stick? You know Muse wasn't in that alley.
His guns were.
Muse wasn't. He was in Janice Graham's apartment ever since 7:30. The girl swears to it, and so do a half dozen other people in the building.
How about his Army and Navy, Lincoln and Kittle?
Right there with him.
Since 7:30, huh?
That's what time they entered the building, and nobody saw him leave.
Oh, come on, Pat. If anybody wanted to get in or out of that building unnoticed, they could do it on top of an elephant.
We'll get Lincoln and Kittle right in that apartment at 10:30, and I'll put Muse so far away they'll have to pipe food to him.
I haven't got time to prove it.
Mike, this is not your beat.
That's one cop's opinion. Muse has been running this town for 2 years. He's broken every law in the statutes.
Not personally, he hasn't.
So what are you gonna do? Sit back on your big fat badge and let another 2 years grind by while you wait for proof?
If I have to, yeah.
What about Roger Poe?
He's dead, I'm sorry.
Is that what you're gonna tell Father Crump?
Yeah. And who do you think you are? What right have you got making this a personal vendetta?
Well, this is a free country. If you don't believe me, ask Carl Muse.
Oh, come on. You know I'd give 10 years of my life to get Muse.
Looks like it's gonna take you that long.
I'm a cop!
And I can't wait!
You can't wait. You can't do anything else. You're just an average citizen with a beat. Because you got a license to carry a gun, and a few movies might glorify your profession, you haven't 1 ounce of authority to go hunting Carl Muse's scalp. And if you do, I'll treat you like anyone else that breaks the law.
Can't nail Muse without evidence, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe you're gonna have the same trouble with me, Pat.
You ask me what am I going to tell Father Crump. What are you going to tell him? Oh, come on, Mike. You know there are 2 ways of doing anything. And if you do this your way, you're no better than Muse.
So in the meantime, how many more Roger Poes are gonna die for nothing?
Who says he died for nothing? His death brings us 1 step closer to Muse. Maybe the last step.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I'll get Muse your way.
What does that mean?
Just as legal as you want it.
Mike, give me your gun.
You're kidding.
Not a bit. And I'm temporarily revoking your permit. I don't want to have to give up my badge.
Who says you'll have to?
I wouldn't like the job much if I had to arrest you for murder.
When you see Father Crump, why don't you borrow a couple of his collars? Huh?
Janice Graham, ex-showgirl and presently Carl Muse's personal property, lived at the Regency House, a tall building with tall rent. Muse always used the basement garage and the service elevator. I did the same. Hello, thief.
You're in the wrong pew, Seamus.
Hold it.
You ought to brush up on your manners. You do and you'll eat it.
Ray, close the door.
Somebody sent for you, Hammer?
A kid named Roger Poe got killed the night he was selling Harry Lund a newspaper.
Yeah, the police mentioned it. That's too bad. Kid got a family?
There's the priest at the orphanage.
I'll send the priest a donation.
You'll get it back in your teeth.
Get out of here while you can still walk. You're trespassing, I could have you shot for it.
You won't. One newsboy's about all you can afford tonight.
Put it away.
You gonna let that two-bit gumshoe muscle in here?
He's leaving.
Not before I make him sorry he came.
You heard me? Put it away. You're lucky you should play the races. Now you've got 10 seconds to reach that door.
Please.
I'm gonna get you, Muse.
Thanks for telling me. I'll do the same for you sometime.
Better get him to lie down, honey. He's dead and he don't know it.
What's the matter with you, anyway?
Who do you think you're working for?
Maybe you don't mind being pushed around. I do.
I mind, whether it's Hammer or you. I don't want any more trouble for a while unless Hammer makes it.
He will.
Then you can bury him.
I walked the streets until nearly 1 in the morning. The city was quiet and the sharp wind blowing in off the river